Welcome to a brand new YouTube series by AFOL TV. When you think of a Lego room, what do you think? IKEA tables, tubs and bins for bricks, Lego builds and displays. When I think of a Lego room, I think ingenuity, creativity, and endless possibilities, regardless of size. A place to spend hours creating and doing what you love, and a place to learn new building techniques and let your mind wander. Of course, none of this would be possible without the room itself. But after waiting and planning, it's finally time. What you're looking at is AFOL TV's brand new, dedicated Lego room and YouTube studio, complete with roller blinds, space for expansion, film gear, lighting, and a dedicated Lego parts closet with mounted storage bins. This was planned ahead of time, with many months of preparations, and has finally all culminated and started to come together. We are extremely grateful and blessed to have a dedicated space, and we cannot wait to show you what we have planned for our new city. Beyond the parts closet, which will be covered in a future video, we have a full city layout planned with tutorials along the way. It has been a blast to put together, but there's still a lot to be done. Let's get started. Growing up, when I was young, there was always a love for Lego. Fortunately, I was able to build a full city in my basement at a young age, teaching me about the iconic brick and getting me immersed in building techniques. Having taken a break from Lego for about 15 years, the year 2020 proved to be the perfect time to dive back in. Being stuck at home amid the worldwide COVID-19 pandemic and social life on weekends becoming even more scarce than toilet paper, I needed something other than Netflix to entertain myself. The love of Lego was quickly rediscovered, and AFOL TV was born. Having spent a full year now doing tutorials, running an online store, and growing an Instagram account, it was finally time to build a dedicated Lego room. With Lego, planning is everything, especially when building a brand new room. I knew I needed to plan ahead just how everything would fit together prior to actually unpacking. Using a combination of Adobe Illustrator to design the initial layout and Bricklink Studio to design the actual mocks for the city, I felt I had a good base for what the city is to become. It was time to get started. How to build a Lego room. The focal point of the room will be a massive downtown district of the city and the first section of the build that will be actually developed. IKEA seems to be a crowd favorite for tables of choice. And while they're nice on the wallet, look relatively decent, once they were fully assembled, my biggest fear became realized. Carpet. The room has squishy carpet, and I knew this would cause a lot of issues with the levels of the tables. I made a trip to the hardware store and bought heavy particle board to help weigh the tables down and make things flatter. As an added strategy, I let the table sit under heavy boxes from the move for a couple of days. While not perfect, the leveling is a lot nicer and overall more flat. Now it was time to start adding actual Lego to the tables. Now this video is not going to cover much of the city, but rather the start of the city and the initial inception. I wanted to show the thought process behind the layout and the new room as a whole. As mentioned, there's a lot planned for this city, most of which is initially being designed through Bricklink Studio. If you're not familiar with the software, give this a once-over. The plan for the new city calls for the utilization of the new road plate system. While controversial, I am going to use this for my city going forward, using the standard 48 by 48 stud base plates for the road's base and 32 by 32 base plates for the building bases. Using an upgraded version of the new road system, of which we did a tutorial for and I'll link above, the initial layout of the city started to take place. So as mentioned, the plan right now is to build out the main downtown, which is going to be right here. And there's going to be a few different side streets with a main boulevard going right at the front. If you remember on the plan from the Adobe Illustrator file, the beach is actually going to go right here. And it's going to be removable tables, that way I can still access the table just standing over it. Although I'm tall, it's tough to access the full thing because it is 4 feet wide. Back here is a little cubby, which was naturally built into my place, so that will allow for easy access of the table. Right now, as you probably saw, the desk is by the window. This is actually going to move over by the TV in the future. And over here will be another table. And this is actually going to be kind of a mountainous outdoor region with a train. Right here will be a river connecting the downtown city to the nature area. This will be built out in the future. For now, the desk is going to stay over here so I can have a view because there's obviously lots to do with the table and the main city as it stands today. And even further down the road, this area, which is going to be where the desk is going to go, once that whole area is taken up, this will then be replaced. And I don't know what's going to go over here yet. If you guys have some ideas, leave them in the comments below. I'm thinking maybe an airport, although that takes up a lot of space. An amusement park, because I already have the roller coaster and a few other sets. Or, you know, who knows? Maybe a neighborhood or something else. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I think about 3 tables will fit over here. But again, the main focus for the next few months is going to be building out this entire city. There's going to be skyscrapers down towards this end, which will be where a lot of the height is. Then it'll go down to the smaller buildings down towards this direction. You see the downtown Lofts building, which was built a month ago. That's kind of kicking off this area. The gas station set is actually going to move over to the nature area once it's built, because that's going to be more of the rural kind of countryside area, maybe with some farmland. But overall, this is going to be the main financial district with hotels and shopping along the beachfront. And again, the beach is going to go about right here. Now, I'm 6'2", I'm pretty tall, but I still need to be able to access the city. So there will be an access point in the back where there's already a natural carve out in the wall, and an access point where the river will be in the future. The beach will come at a later date, and it will likely be on movable tables so I can still access the main city for dusting, building, and maintenance. Another obstacle that I've needed to solve for was a lack of overhead lights. Luckily, my trusty friend Alexa has me covered. With a few smart plugs, a smart outlet, and Alexa Sync, it allows me to adjust the lighting and sync all of the lights together to adjust everything as a whole based on my filming requirements. I also picked up portable lights on Amazon, and these will be used in the future for filming and staging, as well as hands-on tutorial videos. Lastly, it was important to have a mobile camera rig since I'll be moving around the room filming. Using inspiration from a combination of other YouTubers, my rolling camera rig was ready. I'll potentially cover this on a later video and some of the other camera gear that I'm using, but a lot of it can be found in my Amazon store, and the link is in the description below. And yes, AFOL TV does get a small fee for all purchases made, so thank you in advance for any support that you throw our way. And that's about it for this first video. As you can see, there's still a lot to be done for the city. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Can't wait to share more updates with you and share the progress. We're gonna aim to do a progress update either every week or every 2 weeks, so definitely stay tuned. If you don't already, we'd really appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, and share our videos. It really helps us out. You can also find parts files and tutorials and PDFs, as well as instructions on our website, www.afolstore.com. And additionally, we have free YouTube tutorials on our channel. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.